Yep, just let me know.
Room is occupied? Who's in my room?
Hang on, we're not going green.
I don't know if it'll put it back up in the same stream, though, will it?
No, it'll put it in a completely different one. It's just dropping frames like mad, too, so hopefully it might connect in a second.
Yeah, here we go.
All right, we should be good to go, Mike. So as we get through our grid quickly, we're on. Let's go back to the starting grid.
Back to starting grid here. We got P1. We'll see Jonathan Cofield on the pole. He'll be next to Keith Haney. Then we'll get to row 2. That'll bring us, I believe, Josh Rodriguez. Got him a win at Kansas. And he'll be next to the Hillbilly Steve Barnett. That'll bring us to row 3, where we will see Mark Cofield alongside the 15 of Peyton Johnson. Row 4, that will bring us to Carson Woodward. He'll be alongside the 52 of Trace Miller. Row 5. That'll bring us Tim Hammond in the 9th position. He'll be alongside Shane Trotter in P10 there, Dean. Row 6, see Tyler Justice. Row 7, Anthony Harden, Buzzy Mongold. Row 8, that will bring us to Chris Ellis, I believe, and Coy Miller. Row 9. These guys are shuffling around. We're having quite connection issues. Matthew Cummins in the 14. He'll be in P17. He'll be alongside Robert Richardson in the 18. Row 10, Jonathan Woodward. He'll be alongside the 45 of Matt Cherry. Row 11, Jeremiah Holt in the 74. He'll be alongside Raul Meza in P22. Row 12, that'll bring us David Davis. He'll be alongside Jeff Merck in 24th position. And let's see, where we got row 13, Josh Clemens in the 20. He'll be alongside Mark Morton in the 3 machine. Always got a cool little throwback paint. Row 14th, Adam Leidy. He'll be alongside Curtis Banks in P28. Row 15, we will see Tyler Goodwin, and he'll round out the field of 29 drivers. And he'll be alongside there, Cody Knott. He'll be race control. So, Dean, this is quite a interesting track. We'll have to search around and see if we can find the stream for this, because I don't know where to direct people at the moment.
It's currently switched over to the Consenza Police Survivors next series stream, so we'll get that adjusted later on for the title and stuff like that. But if you do, if anybody's listening, of course, you got to go to the NASRA 360 Racing Network and then find whatever's streaming live.
Well, we'll work on that later. They'll find it somewhere if they've got subscriptions. Very interested for this one, Dean. New repave at this track. Not a big track. A couple of different, types of corners. You got a big sweeping 3 and 4. You got a little tighter corner in 1 and 2 as we're getting ready to go green into the restart zone. Jonathan Cofield, Keith Haney will bring us to green. They'll be followed by Rodriguez right there, Barnett, Johnson. All these boys as they try to get up the full song, coming out of turn 1 and 2.
You said they get themselves up the full songs. You mentioned, my friend.
Yep, got the speed, building it up. 3 and 4. This is a big sweeping wide corner. As I said, a lot of banking on that corner. Not too hard to negotiate. I'm going to be interested in tire degradation tonight. They have a lot of tires, so it should not be an issue. They got 4 extra over the wall. Competition caution will go to 100, so we'll just have to wait and see how this works out for them all. Right now, we're just kind of getting ourselves single file. Got a lot of laps to get, Dean. Hopefully, we can just be conservative, roll us some laps here, and not have too much trouble early.
Well, that's single file at the moment there, Steve, so everything should be it should be as good as what you would like it to be. The drivers are going to get up to, I said, full song in this track there, which is not an oval, really, isn't it? It's got a long backstretch. And then the rest of the track essentially is, whoa, we got a caution bump. And I think that might be around Tyler Wolf.
Chris Ellis, yeah. Tyler Goodwin.
I think also Merck was involved in that one. We got the 77. We got the 45 too, or Matt Cherry. There's quite a few big names involved in this incident.
Yeah, quite a few guys involved for sure. We'll have to take a look. Hey, Shane Scott out there in the chat group, let everybody know we had to move over here. We had a connection issue right off the bat. We'll get this crowd built back up so I can talk to somebody. There's Richardson and Ellis. Yeah, Ellis just moving up just a touch. I don't think it's
32, the 32 will receive an EOL.
There it is. So it's been called. That's a live race control from Cody Knott as well, too. He's just called it over the team radio to all the drivers as well, too. The 32 of Chris Ellis, as you called out, will receive an EOL penalty. That's an end-of-line penalty if you're not used to all the lingo that they use. But this is the cause of it here there, Mike.
Yeah, you can see good positioning for Ellis here, but just not quite able to finish the corner. Washes up just a little bit. Gets a piece of Richardson, gets a piece of the wall. See, Merck got a huge shot out of that. Jonathan Woodward with a big shot. Yeah, I'll be surprised if Merck can continue. That was a huge shot to the front end.
Yeah, no fast repairs in this series as well. Till it's gone board with Jeff Merck. He's going to see that little tag right there ahead of him. And where's he going to go? Well, nowhere. Gets a tag straight into the inside fence. He's not one of the only drivers as well, too. Big hard licks for, I think, Cherry. The number 3 as well, too. It looks like Mark Morton also.
Yeah, Holt got into you, but he was on the binders. He was really close to you when the wreck occurred. Everybody else didn't get into anybody. They all missed each other.
There you go. That's from Cody Knott. The drivers will be calling in, and we won't hear the drivers on the team radio through the broadcast. Now I've muted them because drivers sometimes get a little bit cranky, as you're aware.
Cranky right now, I would say.
Yeah. So they'll be calling things into race control. Cody Knott was what we'll hear. You can see from Matt Cherry, he has a split second to react, but then bang, the fence comes out and bites a 45. Previous Cherry champion, Mr. Cherry there at the moment, is going to have a little bit of struggling to do down the pit road. And they did get some repairs out, just to let you know there, Mike. So,
oh, yeah.
I think Jonathan Woodward's the only one that's on a meatball clock at the moment. He spent a minute and change over there. But so far, Merck, Ellis, Richardson, Cherry, Cummings, Adam Leike, and Curtis Banks, who may have been somewhere along the side there involved in the incident, have all come in and out of those repairs. So do you think the car's good enough to drive? Well, I guess they'll find out, won't they, when the green flag.
Yeah, they're about to find out. I don't know. These things seem to be pretty tough, but that shot Merck took is just, that was hard, man. I can't believe he did not get a meatball flag as we're getting ready to
green this time by.
The green.
There he is.
Just file in.
So old Jeff Merck down there running P25. He looks like he's all ready to go and focused. And I'll tell you what, you never count out Jeff Merck. He can come from the back to the front any day of the week.
Absolutely. That double bubble is in double trouble right now. He is putting the work to that thing. Woo, Josh, easy now. We're just getting it back under green here. Keep her to the bottom. This is a weird corner, though. Like I said, it tightens up on you pretty quickly. Barnett not putting too much of a pinch on. That's good. It's early running. As I said, folks in the chat, let everybody know that this race moved over to the Friday Series upcoming broadcast. We'll get him back in here. We'll have somebody to talk to. I would appreciate that. See Haney, Rodriguez working it all the while. Cofield says, thank you very much. I'm going to get out here and just cruise in the open air.
I think everybody should know, too, when Caulfield's Caulfield goes. Very hard to run down Jonathan Caulfield. It's going to be a tie difference on that one. So I think these drivers that are battling it up for the other positions behind should go, well, let's catch him, boys. Caulfield gets away. Caulfield wins races. That's pretty much a gimme.
Yeah, that's kind of how it seems to be. As I describe him as a racer's racer. He knows how to have speed and conserve at the same time. Kind of a hard thing. Oh, Josh. Woo, catch her, buddy. There we go. Last week's winner, big slide out of 3 and 4. So that shows you, even with this new repave, there's a limit to this, and it should be a little abrasive on the tires, I would assume.
Another Caulfield is doing pretty good. There's Mark Caulfield back there in the number 57. He's just in the back there of Peyton Johnson. So, get up there and help the Caulfield team. Could come into play. A little bit of a shuffle going on there. Jeffrey Johnson's up 2 places. He's battling it out currently at the moment. They have Trace Miller, as you can see on the inside line for 52. That's a battle, as you see in your pictures there, for 9th and 10th.
Yeah, we see Jeremiah Holt there. He's up 7 positions thus far. He seems to be about the biggest mover that I can find on track right now. Mark Morton is up 9. I'm sorry. Up 9 positions. But see, Mark wasn't hurt as bad as you think.
That's Buzz down the inside.
Oh, we got a spinner.
think it might be not going to be a caution called. I think that's okay. He's just on the inside. Just missed the pit lane entrance there, but poor Buzzy.
You're very lucky.
Yep. Had a little off-track moment. Let's see whether or not there was contact with anybody or Buzzy's just unfortunately lost it on his own. He's pretty clear for most of the cars here for the number 12. You could probably explain this one, Mike. He's going to get on the inside and the exit of the turn. It gets loose. There it is. Hits the anchors. Avoids the barrels. I don't think it's going to get any damage. I think Buzzy's good to go.
No, it's very fortunate right there to miss those barrels. But as we're seeing, even early here, you can snap them loose pretty quick on the bottom of 3 and 4. It seems like kind of the old, there used to be huge bumps there, but now a little smoother surface, but not quite the grip these guys are expecting early in the day. A couple good battles. We see back here Tyler Justice on the inside. Might be Trotter there he's working over.
Quay Miller, Jemiah Holt, Anthony Harden, all in the mix here at the moment. Midfield action, always pretty hot. You'll find here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Smooth operator. It's what you want to be around here, isn't it? He has one little mistake, a snap, and you're in big trouble.
Nice and smooth. The inside wall has no mercy for you. I know that. And that's where it seems like a lot of these wrecks will go to. The inside of this track is, it's not super banked like Bristol, but it seems like everything wants to work its way that way. See Anthony Harden here. This man has no luck ever, it seems, but right now looking good in the John Deere machine.
He's got Mark Morton on his inside butt.
Don't you dare move him, Mark. Come on now.
Yep. I saw on Mark Morton's camera as I was getting it set up earlier there, he had the little baby in as well too, and holding on to the steering wheel. So he's got the Mark Morton fan club out there. He's got the young one looking on. Maybe it's the future. Mark Morton ready to race, but as you can see, Mark Morton racing with Anthony Harden, and guess what? Jeff Merck's just lurking in the background. He's starting to crawl back in the picture, and there is old Jeff Merck, my friend. Went away.
That's what I mean. It's just ridiculous. He has the hardest shot of the whole group, and here he is. That didn't hurt a thing. Got the best pit crew on pit road, apparently. Put the whole front end back on the car, and here he is. Rolled all the way from the back, working his way up into the 17th position right now. Probably not handling the way he wants it to, but able to make it time.
Yeah, to fight his way back up positions is great there for Jeff Merck, and whatever damage that they fix on that car, as you said, it's got a great pit crew. He must have the Ferrari, the pit crew that like the Ferraris, Luigi likes the Ferrari in the movie, he calls the cars. Have a battle at the moment. Steve Barnett and Rodriguez, my friend, the number 1 and 42, battling it out for P3 and P4.
Yeah, Barnett's been able to get around him, but Josh is not so fast, my friend. Here he comes, trying to work him a little bit loose, take a little bit away. Barnett giving plenty of space here. Like I said, this corner, you hit it wrong, it'll tighten up very quickly into the wall right there. But
there it is.
Good move by Josh, but you see this run on the high side. I expect this to get better and better as the day goes on. The high side, like a lane and a half up, if once some other drivers test it out and clean it off, it should take off.
Temperature on the track at the moment is a hot one. Like 7 inches, like the midday sun, my friend. 122 degrees, damn. Feels like this track might be in Europe at the moment, because I know a lot of the Europeans are complaining about their heat wave that's over there at the moment. I think a lot of them actually said, I'm not turning my computer on because my GPU is going through the roof. So that's what it's feeling like here tonight, my friend.
Well, it was 106 in Florida yesterday. I don't know if they got quite that much heat, but yeah, North Carolina's pretty baked right now, so understood.
That's the track 80, temperature.
There's not a cloud.
Yeah, so it'd be a little bit cool in the air temperature, but the track is nice and hot there. 50 degrees Celsius it's baking, mate. And that's a proper Australian summer day right there.
No, I hear you. I'll never find out, dude. I'm just not a fan of snakes, spiders, kangaroos, koala.
They're all right. You leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. Let's see whether or not Mark Caulfield can leave Peyton Johnson alone for the battle for P5.
Yeah, Mark having a real strong run thus far. He usually has that bad luck bug too, but yeah, real strong run. He's got a second gap over 7th place, so he's running right up here with the leaders. See Peyton Johnson being patient. Never thought I'd say that. But,
you had to lift off a little bit there too. He didn't want a Kodak moment, did he? The 57.
Yeah, Mark had a real good runoff right there.
I'm impressed with the racing. Yeah, at the moment there, Mike. I am. I mean, only the one incident that we had earlier, of course, and then we had Buzzy have a little bit of a moment. Buzzy, if you want to let him know, he's running 28th, still out there. Unfortunately, just the one, it looks like retirement, not necessarily retirement, but Woodward is in the pit at the moment for 10 minutes and change, trying to get those repairs. I don't understand how, he got a lot of damage, and yet, as we were aware, Jeff Merck smacked it into the fence, and he wasn't the only one that hit it in the fence, wasn't it? Cherry as well. Nosedive into the fence. Those cars are out there, currently running in 16th and 20th with some, good pace on them. So, don't ask me how these cars are built.
Yeah, I don't understand half of it. You see Rodriguez, I don't know if he bobbled or if he decided to go to the high side. Not a lot of cars choosing that yet. We're going to have to get that lane cleaned off a little bit before we start going up there. But you see, they're all just a bit off of the bottom. Just a bit. We'll check there 3 and 4 if he does it a second time. Nope. Able to get enough runoff the first time to gap it. Back to the bottom we go. Yeah, this car's got real nice pace to them. All of them, the top 5, 6 have ran away. Just for a heads up, Jonathan Cofield is 2 seconds ahead of Keith Haney. Haney is 3 seconds ahead of Josh Rodriguez. So those boys just having a nice, leisurely Thursday evening drive.
And more importantly, they're in the fastest 5 for 5 average as well. Ted, that's exactly where you want to be. At least you can. The more important thing is you look at Mark Morton, Tyler Justice. They're down there in 15th and 12th, as well as Jemiah Holt. And they're the fastest 5. And that's the fastest over the 5 average. But more importantly, it's Keith Haney and Coalfield. They've got to keep themselves in that fastest 5 for 5, as we're seeing Coalfield, Barnett, and Johnson.
Barnett said hello to the wall a little bit. I don't know if he got any damage, but he got a little piece of it. Checked him up. Peyton Johnson able to make the move right around. The chat group will be lively over that.
Rodriguez still holding on. You can see Peyton Johnson is just waiting for him to make a tiny little mistake again. And I think that's what basically it is. Rodriguez is holding on quite well, and he needs to. They got almost a 2.5, 5 second gap, isn't it? Or 3 second gap over to Haney, and then a 5 second gap over to our race leader Coalfield. He's just all by himself at the moment. Coalfield is starting to get through a bit of traffic as well too. He's coming up to 27th place. Robbie Richardson, Matthew Cummings. These guys are going to come to that traffic pretty soon as well, Mike. So not one thing to battle with the cars around you. You've also got to battle with some lap cars.
We got quite a battle with Tyler Justice, Trace Miller. They have swapped back and forth for 3 or 4 laps in a row. That's for 12th, 13th position. Yeah. These guys are racing hard back here.
Midfield's always where you're going to find the action. Oh. Who was that?
Mark Morton.
Mark Morton. Yeah, you're right.
Able to catch it.
He did catch it. Mark Morton, who's on camera here tonight as well, too. Probably have a sigh of relief on his face there for the number 3. Drops a couple of places, but he's still facing in the right direction. That's all you need to worry about, isn't it? When you can get a little recovery drive like that, you're like, woof. Just wipe the sweat off your brow and go, all right, I'm back in it.
Yeah, now not push the issue for a few laps here. Let's cool him rears back off. But yeah, that battling back in the back. That mid-pack is always that way. We talk about it every week, and you just never know. You get a little air taken away here, a little guy slides there, and then you got trouble. But wow, look at Mark Cofield closed down in the mid-corner.
Peyton Johnson's the one in a bit of pressure at the moment, isn't it? Because he wants to get past Rodriguez, which is not easy. Rodriguez has been holding him off. More importantly as well, too, he has to look at his mirrors because he knows if he makes a slight little mistake, he's got Coalfield ready to pounce. So for Peyton Johnson, he's like, all about him. He's trying to clear the number 1 as safely as he possibly can. And look at that. Barnett's in the background as well, too. So this might turn into be a 3-wide action coming up here pretty soon there, Mike.
I really like what I see out of Peyton tonight. And like I told you, Peyton's not somebody I would describe as a patient driver, but he needs some points. He's been caught up in a lot of incidents and just doing a really good job tonight. Just taking what he's given and letting the race come to him, not trying to press the issue, because we know he's got speed. He could get up there and run as hard as the other boys, but 3rd place right now, up 3 spots, just taking what he's getting. Mark Cofield going to try the same idea, and Josh says, no.
Well, that's right, isn't it? Because, he has been following Johnson for some time now, Coalfield. So he was like, you got a chance to study exactly what did Peyton Johnson do to get past Rodriguez for a good chunk of 20 or so laps. Now it's there, so it's like the writing's on the wall. Do you copy the same situation, or have you been driven in a situation where your tires have the grip and the traction to be confident to get the overtake?
Well, the one thing he didn't do is when Peyton opened the bottom, he didn't take his opportunity to go through the bottom as well, because he could have got Josh probably that way. But you see here, he's getting tight. I don't know if he's overdriving a little bit, but he slid probably halfway through that corner. So he's getting a little bit tight condition, which you would expect. Like I said, I mean, they have 4 sets of tires, but they can go 80 laps on fuel. We're not getting the cautions early, so I love this. Guys will probably all these guys will probably have a couple sets of tires later in the race, but right now it's what do you got, how can you manage it?
And I love that the ARCA series that we have here, there is no stage breaks, to remind everybody as well too. We just go to a caution break on lap 100, and then we do another 100 laps to wrap up the race. So no kind of like, okay, I know how to plan my strategy so much, because the fact is you have 80 laps of fuel in the tank, as you mentioned. So if you haven't stopped yet, there's no way you'll go on to the end. So you've got to do it if it's green flag situations to try to work out what strategy you're going to do for the fuel. And that's once again, no stage breaks to kind of work out specifically, okay, well, of course, naturally, everybody's going to usually go down a pit lane, isn't it, during a stage break? Well, they're not going to make it to the caution break. And plus, it doesn't matter if you're first or 20th, you're not going to get any additional points in this series, as you see. Coalfield down the inside there of Rodriguez. Rodriguez looks like he lifted off. In fact, it's going to be a massive attack there from Barnett. Oh, there's a caution. And that's Tyler Justice going around somewhere.
Tyler Justice in the 6 machine backwards on the front stretch.
Well, now, Mike, this flips everything around, because now if you do box, you can have enough gas to go to the caution break. Do you?
Yep.
Come down? That'd be the question.
Well, like I said, I would come. You got 4 sets of tires in the box. You only got 200 laps. We've almost went 50 laps. That'll split the difference. Actually, it's more than you need.
Oof.
Get your fuel. Get your fuel now so you don't have to take a full fuel load at 100. So, yeah, I would bring it down. Oh, Carson.
He's already lost it, hasn't he? Did you see that?
Yeah, he was loose.
So there was contact. There was contact, but would that contact have justified?
That one will be on the number 16. Number 16 got loose, came down into the car below him.
There it is. Confirmed. So the 16 will get the EOL penalty. We do have live pit stops, and Tyler Justice, unfortunately, looks like was the unfortunate victim to that situation. Back to live pitches. Everybody's gone down except Timothy Hammond, but Coalfield, I'll tell you what, actually, I was going to get close to that one too, because it looks like Keith Haney was starting to creep in. He got that lead that Coalfield down. He chipped it down to about 4/10, I think, before we had that caution. So this is maybe a little bit of a get-out-of-jail-free card there for Coalfield, considering the pace that Haney had. Now they're going to be back to even Stevens there, Mike, because they're all taking on fresh boots.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And welcome in everybody that's in here. Like I said, if you got an ability to let everybody know where we went, we had a connection issue. We appreciate y'all being in here. Jump in that chat group, light it up. Wesley Outland is on assignment tonight. I'm Mike McKinnon. I'm alongside Biggles Dean Hopton, best damn producer in the business. And we're bringing you ARCA, Pultz Popper ARCA series. Bringing you 200 laps from Rockingham tonight. That was our second caution break. Had a good long run. We will have another competition caution.
Yeah, just follow what iRacing says. If it says that the pit road is open, you could have pitted. If you wanted to wave around and then you pit, then it's up to you.
There you go. That's from Cody Knott, one of the bosses, right, of the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Handing up his racing boots tonight, my friend Mike.
I was looking at some pit road stuff.
Yeah, Mike, handing up his racing boots tonight to lend a hand to do race control, which is great.
Yeah, he does a great job with race control. This is going to get real interesting. Back in the old days, I would say he wouldn't go at all because the wheel spin will see.
Going green this time, so let's make sure all those that are catching up to field just file in. If anyone gets any blacks, I'll clear them.
There you go.
Not real sure on this strategy call. I don't like it at all, but we'll see if we get a quick caution and it works out for Timothy. I
What?
think
Yeah,
that's
I was
what he
going to
might
say,
be
what's going to
hoping
happen to
for.
poor Timothy? He has not taken any pit stops whatsoever. These drivers now have got
Green flag.
42 fresher tires than what Timothy Hammond does. Here we go, green flag.
Yeah, I think they're going to eat him up quick. I mean, he got a good jump, but we'll see the high side here. Should roll right on by. We'll probably have, well, no, he's going to close that door and see what Haney can do with it. I'm shocked.
Do you attack early, or do you just wait a couple of laps? He's heading the inside. If you're the likes of Hammond, they got lap traffic as well too. That's the 27. That's Richardson. That's going to be a little bit of a dangerous situation for these drivers that almost gone through wide.
Yeah, it's going to be a little tough situation right here. I
Oh,
think
we got a
once
wreck.
he's oh, there we go. Mark Cofield around.
Davis is in
We got the
fence.
7. David Davis around.
I think Chris Ellis might have been involved in another incident as well too, unfortunately, there for the number 32. And even Buzzy Mongold as well. But we saw Buzzy had a solo spin, but you can see that front left is absolutely smashed up there. Good luck, good. I was going to say, good work there for David to drive that in there. No, that's where he hit the brakes, I think. There's no steering, is there?
No, I think the steering was completely broken. He was able to get it off the track and then tow it away. That'll be the short tow, though, so it won't take forever.
I think, Mark, we might have two separate incidents here because we'll keep an eye. This is the number 7. There'll be an incident that occurs up the road from him. There it is. So that's the 33 and the 57 into each other, isn't it? And he's just gone to avoid it, and I think just gone hard lick into the fence, which...
I couldn't tell if Steve Barnett got a little piece of the 57. Steve kind of tucked it in there. I'm not real sure. We watched the 42 here.
Well, this is JJ and
Once
the
they get
37.
through the corner,
Yep.
yeah, he jams it in between everybody. You see he's got a much quicker car, he feels like right here. He's going to gas it up, run up on the rear end of Cofield. Nowhere really to go. I'm going up, and Trotter is closing the gap. I'm just not sure. I think Cofield upped the track a little bit. That's a lot of distractions in your mirror. I mean, you hate to see it for JJ there. It seems like every week something's happening to the poor guy.
Yeah. And then there was a separate incident, I think, with Buzzy Mongold, also a little bit further back, as well as Chris Ellis. We'll get the information. There it is. So they're just gonna. There's another incident. That's the 35. I think Buzzy's just locked it up, hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's 32 spinning as well too. I think that's Chris Ellis. Yeah, I think Chris Ellis is just back there and just had to hit the anchors to respond to it. And of course, in a corner, when you're hitting the anchors, what does the car do? It rolls.
That's where it likes to go. I told you, everything seems to collect down to the bottom at this track. It just pulls you down. Well, that's unfortunate, but we'll see. What did the 69 decide to pit? I believe he did. I'm not real sure I understand that call, but he's back to 19th position now. So I believe he pitted, got his new shoes. He'll feel a lot better about it.
Yeah, Timothy, that's right. He was leading that race up to that previous caution. So Timothy then comes back out in P18. But it's still early days. You got plenty of time to come back. And we saw that, didn't we, from the likes of Jeff Merck climbing his way up. If you want to know about Jeff Merck, he's currently running in P20th. Buzzy Mongold's in P17th, and he's had more incidents than Jeff Merck has. P16th now.
Yeah.
So, but once again, we've had...
So there was 2 separate wrecks there. People were sideways in the middle of the track when the caution came out. I cannot pinpoint which wreck actually brought out the caution. So I will go with the one that I think brought out the caution, and that'll be the wreck that involved the 35. Let me go back a little bit.
There you go. So race control is investigating it still.
Now the big question, Dean, does anybody have anything for Cofield and Haney right now, or do they run away again? I think Peyton will have the pace. He worked his way through some traffic. I think him and Rodriguez will have the early pace, but will they have the late pace? That's what I want to wait and see. See, Jeremiah Holt, another great run out of him. He's starting to show up again.
And once again, Mike, they're even Stevens when it comes to tyres, so you got it. It's all basically neglected and squared back to the start of how this race was. And they're going to have enough fuel to go to our competition caution at lap 100. So no reason to do anything, but there you go. Cofield and Haney, my friend. Cofield wants to go back to the top, Keith Haney says. Not yet.
Not much he can do about it. Great run for Cofield off the corner. Like I said, I think as it goes, we might see this high line work, but this new repave, we know they like the bottom meters on the new asphalt, so I don't know if it'll be the way it used to be where you could really roll the top, so I don't think any of these guys are feeling that way about it either, but you see Cofield able to stretch it already out to 310s right at 1 lap.
And Colefield's going roll tide, isn't he? You're talking about rolling. That's the situation at the moment for Mr. Jonathan Cofield, who's very much aware of winning races and championships. He won a championship, I think, here, right? The race and the NASCAR 360 Racing Network in the past. How about Jemiah Holt that Steve Barnett's attacking at the moment? It's just up the road. He's up 16 places. And remember, these are pit stops that all the drivers are taking, so that's legitimate gains for Jemiah Holt.
Yeah, him. Tyler Goodman's up 21 spots. We saw a good run out of him last week as well. So maybe some guys starting to figure things out. A little better luck. Jeremiah seems to be just catching worse luck every week. There's a couple guys. Him, Clemens never has luck. Harden never can catch a break. But all these guys, doing a really good job. This is a wider track. It's a high-speed track. It's a little technical, but it's one where we shouldn't have a lot of incidents as long as we're not, spinning out in the middle of the corner, which can happen.
Temperatures dropped massively as well, too. We dropped to about 8 degrees Celsius. It was up to 50 degrees Celsius. I'll work in the Celsius system. My apologies on that one, but it's cooled a lot during the caution that we had as well, too. That's like an 8 degree. Damn, that's like a global warming right there, my friend. The track temperature just happened. Yep. But Matt Cherry, Mark Morton. Mark Morton, once again, there's another driver that had to fight his way back up to the field here, as well as Matt Cherry. This is what I love about the competitive spirit of these drivers here on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network and across the board there, not just, the ARCA series, but DSR, the Concerns of Police Survivors, the Prosper Endurance series. They don't give up, my friend. They just keep battling because they realize there's still time with, 144 laps to go to come back and get yourself a race win.
Absolutely. I mean, as long as you've got something to compete with, they're going to compete. There's no question about that. You see, another guy that I've called out the last couple of weeks, Curtis Banks. He's getting better, and he's putting a little pressure on Morton here. He's starting to run him in a little bit. Man from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
He's the mullet man. Shows your mullet there, Mr. Kent. It's very Australian to have a mullet, too, as well, too. So we'll see.
America, my friend.
He can watch Mark Morton and Matt. I don't know if we had mullets before you guys did, but either way, we do have them. And he's going to see that the double M's of Matt Cherry and Mark Morton go up the road between them. And that's a battle for 10th and 11th on your pictures.
You see Morton a little out of shape. You're talking about mullets. I'm fine with mullets. I just don't ever want to see a rat tail again. I'm good other than the rat tails. We don't need to bring those
I think
back.
most people are too young to understand what a rat tail would be there. Mike?
They were not a fashion accessory. Let's put it that way.
I do remember that in Australia, right? A couple of people having that during the 80s, I think. It looked ridiculous in the 80s, and it would look ridiculous in the 2020s.
Yes. You got there.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
We have...
Easy, boys.
Is it Corey Miller, the 73, had a massive lick into the fence. Corey Miller.
Yeah. I was watching him roll up there, and I was getting ready to call him out, so it's not on me. I had not called his name yet.
Oh, you call
so
Peyton Johnson getting around, battling it out with Rodriguez and Jemiah Holt. Took about a man money to make up another 16 positions up. Well, guess what, Jemiah Holt? Get 17, 18, 19, and 20 if you can get past Cofield and be in the lead of this race.
Yeah, that's all he needs to do. A couple more, man. It's going to look good with that clean air, but he's able to get some clean air. These guys washed it up a little bit. He's able to roll the bottom. I just like it. You listen to these guys listen to this feathering. Nobody jumping straight on the gas. And that's pretty much expected. We've seen a few guys go around already, Dean.
Yeah, you call it. As you can listen to it, you can see it as well, too, in the pictures there. There's the RPM. So if it's not accelerating, you can see it's feathering. There it is. He's feathering the throttle. Just keeping it around the 6 what, 6.5 RPM range. And then, of course, when you get out of the exit, you're straight onto the gas. I think Timothy Hammond has gone around somewhere as well, too, because I think I see a stopped car.
Merck.
And Jeff Merck as well. I think you're right.
Yeah, Banks falling down, Merck falling down the line.
They get into each other. Merck's in pit road.
Oh, look at the front end there. It's gone.
I think they might have come together, didn't they? Hammond and Merck, perhaps.
I believe so. I mean, the hood looks gone.
Oh, no. Well, this is Hammond. He's by himself, so he might have had an incident, and yeah, he's lost it in the exit, and I'd imagine probably Merck might. How would if Merck had hit him?
Wow.
Yeah, that'll be on Merck. There's a wall there.
We better pick on
number 60 will get the UL.
Yeah, let's have a look at Merck. Oh, here we go. A separate incident as well, too. Jeff Merck, and it looks like the 73 as well to have come together. Oh, Merck's already lost it. Bang! Whoa!
Oh, that's what I thought about with the barrels earlier. Oh, my God.
Wow. Now,
well, the wall didn't finish it, but the barrels did.
Hide your kids if you've got them out there at the moment. Hide your wives and kids, and this is exactly it. Murphy's battling at the moment. So there's no contact. Lost it on the exit. Those barrels are going to come by quickly. I can't believe everybody avoided Jeff Merck on that one. That's
crazy. Mr. Shane Scott, if you're still out there, I feel bad for you. I know you're the number one fan.
And I don't know why Timothy Hammond has a separate incident on that one, but that's the situation. And we do have a lot of drivers head down pit road as well, too, on that one. I guess they're probably trying to take out some of these repairs there, Mr. Mike.
Absolutely. Whatever little damage they had earlier, get that repaired now. Still got forever to go in this race.
Yep.
And there's Anthony Harden again. Every week, this poor guy.
I guess
Chris
it's probably
Miller.
I guess it's probably time to pull in Jeff Merck if you want and have a bit of a conversation about what happened on that situation, if you want.
I don't mind.
See if I can bring in. He's by himself as well too, so I'll bring him up. Jeff Merck, we got you up in the booth there, my friend. I hate to pull you in on an incident, but what happened there, mate?
I got absolutely killed. I was trying to get around Miller there. He kept getting run off the high side, and I tried driving it out the corner. Just too hard to get around him, and rear end broke loose. I tried to save it, but I thought it was going to hook it back up in the traffic, so I just turned left trying to get down pit road and hit the wall.
Hey, Jeff, did that first incident where you got the inside wall, did you have like some little steering damage off of that, make it handle a little, adverse to what you're used to?
Well, no, I just got all that fixed. I had like, what was it? Like a minute 20, because you can only fix about 40 seconds of damage here. So I just got it all fixed. I put new tires on, so I was coming through the field pretty good. And then the guy on my outside there was racing me really hard. I just pushed it too hard off the corner, and it just jumped out from underneath it. I lost it.
All right, buddy. Well, we're going to go back to green. I appreciate the time. I know it's not the way you want to be, but we'll see you next week for sure.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right, buddy. Thanks, Jeff.
I moved him back down to a lone channel that Jeff Merck's in, but Jeff Merck is going to try to get back out on track again and fight his way back up through this way. Another green flag there. Caulfield in the lead. Rodriguez and Haney now fighting it out for P2.
Yeah, Caulfield just able to put a gap, early in each run. And of course, these guys racing side by side, that's going to let him get away a little more. But Rodriguez was starting to heat up Haney a little bit, trying to pack a little air. I know they were talking about that last week. You're able to pack the air on these machines, able to clear through Johnson. So yeah, there you go, Peyton, tuck it in. I love what I'm seeing out of Peyton Johnson. I really am.
Peyton John's up 2 places at the moment for the 15 Chevy. Man from Virginia. Currently keeping Josh Rodriguez honest. He's keeping Keith Haney honest. And Keith Haney's dropping back a little bit there from Caulfield. So once again, I think this gentleman need to bring it to the number 58 here tonight. There's Mr. Caulfield being the lap leaders as well too. He's lapped 61 of these laps so far tonight of 72. 129 remaining. Competition caution is coming at lap 100 as well.
Yeah, competition caution, that'll be the big deal. I'm surprised. Might have had a few guys take a little, top off so they don't have to take as much fuel later. We'll just have to wait and see. They can easily make it to lap 100, and you don't have to pit. It's not a mandatory pit stop. It's just a mandatory caution. So it'll bring the field all back together. So we'll just have to see how this all works out. Cofield once again driving away out to 7/10. Good battle, like you said, there with Johnson, Rodriguez. Got Barnett in the mix. Got a Mark Morton's moving forward. He's starting to heat up Matt Cherry a little bit.
Oh, it's all happening back here. Even Buzz Monko and Buzzy's back in the play as well, too. P14. In fact, this is where Buzzy started the race. And after he some spins, Trotter into the fence a little bit.
Now, there's one thing about sailing it into the corner, but he almost sailed it out of the track. Tyler Justice just in front.
Yeah, Tyler's back where he started this race in P11, so he hasn't gone forwards or backwards. But more importantly, I guess up the road there is Tyler Goodwin, Mark Morton, and Matt Cherry's all gained in the into the teens there between them. 19, 17, and 12 positions gained. And this is once again after that round of pit stop that we had before, so they're all even Stevens when it comes to taking fresh tyres and gasoline. At the moment, you can see from our top 15 drivers, apart from Shane Trotter. My apologies, Shane Trotter only took fuel on that last pit stop. The rest of the drivers taking repairs and tyres.
Yeah, I think tires should definitely call. As I said, they should all still have 3 sets over the wall, so I would have definitely taken them there. It should be enough for the race. Oh, a little contact. Widening out the corner for Cherry there. Last Pro Shop machine. They don't get that little kiss. You don't want that left. He wants to knock that in, get that arrow off of there, get him a little more speed, I guess.
Here comes Jemiah Holt, which would be called Jemiah Bolt, the way he keeps bolting his way up the positions at the moment, battling it out there with Steve Barnett. Not quite clear yet, my friend. Elects to go the inside line. If he can get the exit down right, he will clear the 42. And Jemiah Bolt now, Jemiah Holt, will make him save up 16 positions from the number 74.
Yeah, and he's not quite, fastest man on track is well ahead of most guys' pace right now. Cofield, about a tenth and a half a lap each lap. He's stretching to 1.5. No worries for him right now. Really no worries for any of these guys positioning. They just want to, see what their car's got. They're going to have 100 more after the next pit stop. So I do like what I'm seeing from the racing. We haven't seen too much over aggression. We've seen it still a little slick off before here and there, and a couple guys kissing turn 2. But other than that, guys showing really good patience. It's been a fun one to call so far.
Well, a little bit of a smile on his face. He should have. He's up 18 places. He's the second quickest hard charge here. Tyler Goodwin down there in P10. And he's been in some incidents tonight, as long as many are these gladiators. And even takes a swig, my friend. If that's what it is. I'm not quite sure what he's doing there, but to Mark Morton. He's got Cherry behind him. Should have no pressure, right? Only got a previous champion chasing you down.
Yeah. No pressure from champions. No big deal. How about Mark Cofield? He's made his way back up to 7th. We saw him in that incident earlier, able to rebound, not have a lot of, issues with the machine. So nice to see other guys, working their way up. It's just always that bad luck bug for some of these boys. Now, you can say they put themselves in a bad spot, or, oof, he pulled him right in the wall. I got to quit talking about him, Dean. Almost cost him.
Well, I think because he was following Barnett so closely. Barnett hit the fence a little bit, and then Cofield says, I'm going to join you hitting the fence. That's the only problem, isn't it, when you're chasing the cars? It's the same thing on road courses, too, a lot. You end up following the car and not following your own racing line, and that can cause a bit of trouble here as Jemiah Holt and Rodriguez did find his way, I think, back past Jemiah Holt. So Jemiah Holt's got to do that work again. But Rodriguez, he might lose a position every once in a while, but he fights for it back, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's able to save a little bit, come back and fight again. We are seeing a pattern develop. Cofield is 2.5 seconds gone, and Haney is another almost second ahead. So the top two that's been there all night, able to stretch it again. So a little pattern we're starting to see.
Yeah, but the one thing before we had that other caution, not this caution had just been, but the caution prior to that was Haney got him down to, whoa.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, there we go. And that's Stevie, is he? A Stevie. He had to back off on that one to save it. Good work from 42.
Yeah, I was quite a save as we're sitting there just watching the smoke. I'm like, where in the heck is that coming from? Well, now we know the 42 lightened them up a little bit. Gonna have to take a lid your approach for a couple laps, let them cool back off. As we've got 14 to go before the competition caution.
Yeah, I just wonder if Keith was saving something, because as I said, I was getting into, well, we got a caution, so it looks like it's around here at the moment. Anthony Harden and Coy Miller, I think, have gone into each other, 73 there and the 88, so that'll bring out a caution. But yeah, bringing back to that one, Keith Haney got that down to, oh, that's crab walking.
Yeah, it's crab walking bad.
He got it down to almost half a second in Caulfield before that, the caution. So I was just wondering if Keith Haney's saving something for a little bit later to attack.
100.
Hold up, race control speaking. I don't know how Harden's going to drive this one back to pit road too. That's quite a bit. That's a long way to go, my friend.
Yeah, that wheel is not where it's supposed to be. Let's put it that way. Let's get us a look at what happened here.
Oh, he's by himself, so that.
Yeah, this have to see if it happened in front or him.
Oh, no, he's lost it.
It'll be a self-spin on the number 88. Number 88 self-spin will receive the EOL.
Oh, my gosh.
And then somebody's going to hit him. There's Coy. Coy's going to...
Oh, Coy Miller.
Yeah, Coy's going to get into him because Coy had nowhere to go on that one, unfortunately. Yeah.
He said, well, I am tired of you blocking my way, dude. So there's the end of your ring. Appreciate it.
He says, deer in the headlights, isn't it? John Deere? And
I mean, we're still on the gas here.
Bang. Oh, he lifted a little bit, didn't he? You'd say, but
Yeah, a little bit, for sure.
But if you hit the anchors, we were talking about that before there, Mike, because you're on the banking, wouldn't you just rotate the car completely around anyway? Like, it's a hard one to say.
Yeah, you can't lock them up for sure. It's a slow process.
Let's go on board with Anthony Harden as to what happened there. Well, explain that one there, Mike, because we're going to back that up for a second. So, driving along, as a racing driver, what happened?
Well, some tracks, this could be with the repave, but if you just jump out of the gas, it'll set the front real quick and it'll get your rear end loose, or he's got his brake bias a little too high for the situation right here.
Right.
Too much to the rear, and it's just loose on entry. A lot of times it's when you jump out of the gas like that and it sets the front end down, it'll do the same thing. So it's either brake bias situation or instead of, as they always say, have an egg under your foot.
That's Jacob's thing.
He just jumped out of it real quick.
The egg under the foot as well too. Well, that's good to know. And he did his absolute best to prevent the damage, didn't he? Like he kept it out of the fence as much as possible. Just unfortunately he can't do anything about Coy Miller. It was coming around the corner at a pretty rapid speed and then T-boned him in the side there, and that put Harden down the pit road, which he's currently at the moment in so far. But I'd have to say, Mike,
whoever that is back there.
Even though we've had some repairs there, Mike, we still got drivers out. Still out in racing, not out of the race, but taking some of the repairs and still actually, believe it or not, in this one. We do have retirements from Clemens. I think Merck has retired this one too. David Davis has Woodward.
Green's out. Green flag.
We are racing again.
All right. Back to green. We got 10 laps to go till the competition caution. I am surprised somebody didn't try to flip the field right there, come down and take their tires at this moment, try to flip the field. Nobody did that I saw. So everybody's going to stay on a even playing field. There you go. Tyler Justice 5 laps earlier. Chris Ellis on the newest rubber. So see if we can make a few positions before we come back down. That was quite a little restart there. We had a 3 wide for just a second.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, why not flip it and get track position? Your tires aren't going to not be that much difference, are they, with 8 or so laps? Oh, there's 32 going around.
Back down.
Chris
Lighty
Ellis.
and Ellis again.
Yeah. And Adam, who is backed up into the wall there. There's the pace truck coming out. No other cars are coming around, so those guys should be cleared to...
it'll be like a 4-lap race, basically.
Once again,
All right,
that's
so that's confirmation. They're going to wait till the competition caution they're going to make them race to it. So let's see what happens here.
Thanks for owning up to it. That'll be on the number 35. 35 got loose.
I got a piece of the wall bounced off.
Yep, that's Adam. He's talking about Adam has obviously got on the race control there and said, look, it's my bad situation. And hats off to drivers for admitting fault. You can see he's getting loose already in the corner, hasn't he? And he's unfortunately tagged Chris Ellis, who's been in a lot of the wars tonight. Not most of the time, not on his fault.
Again.
Yeah. Pit stops,
Seems
but
like
we
the
are.
same guys keep behind it.
We are getting pit stops from some of the drivers there, Mike. So
okay, I don't mind this at all.
Yeah, I think you're not a bad situation.
Right. Mark Cofield down, Buzzy Mongo, Jeffrey Johnson.
And I think
Josh
while
Rodriguez.
they go down, we have to thank some of our sponsors too, Mike. So
hey,
I think
we're going to have another one in 7 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll be right back to Rockingham, everybody. We're going to pay a couple bills and we'll bring you right back to the shootout. Then we'll get to pit stops and we'll bring you the rest of the action. Be right back.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Back at Rockingham, Jonathan Cofield, Keith Haney, Jeremiah Holt, Peyton Johnson, Mark Morton, Matt Cherry, your top 6. We're going to lap 100, and then we're going to have a competition caution. I know we've had a few cautions. Y'all folks don't want to see pacing, you want to see racing, but that is the way this series is built, and that's what we're going to hope we get to right here.
Green, green, green.
As we are back to green with Cofield, nobody has had anything for this man tonight. Good start out of Peyton Johnson there. He's able to get to the inside of Haney quickly. All these guys shuffling for position before the caution right here. So, yeah, good move out. Oh, we got to push out of Morton. Woo-wee. Dirt track Haney right there.
Yeah, he's trying his absolute best to get up the inside, isn't he? The rear end was kind of disagreeing with him at the moment. He's battling with Peyton Johnson, Jeremiah Holt, Mark Morton, and Cherry, as they're all just going to see the number of the 58 just crawl his way further and further up the road.
He's done it over and over again, and I guarantee you right now, old Keith Haney's red panties, they're turning brown. I think he thought he was probably gone. Jeremiah Holt fighting it a little bit. Like I said, we're seeing a pattern. There's no question about that on who is the strongest, but we're also seeing a pattern. If you look up at our little yellow lines, tires go away about the same point every time. We start to see a few little incidents go on. Oh, huge hit from Morton.
Yeah, that'll drop in a couple places. There's Barnett. We should be able to get around the outside of him if you get back in the pace there. Mark Morton would have been having to borrow something from Keith Haney, isn't it, after that little lick into the fence, my friend?
Oh, my goodness. That one probably shook the fingers a little bit.
You mentioned about Peyton Johnson's performance of late, isn't it? Well, he's done a damn good job here. He's going to try to hold off. No points. It's not stage breaks, so you're not going to win anything here when we get to that lap 100 coming up in the next lap. I think it's just for position rights, of course, and whether or not these drivers will come into pit road or not, because some of these drivers haven't come into pit road, so you'd imagine they probably will. And he's going to get that from Peyton Johnson. Can he hold on? Jeremiah Holt just lurking in the background in that P4 position. Nobody's got anything for Cofield. Now,
Cofield is up and gone as we get one to go. So we'll give at the end of this next lap, this is all just a track position. It's how you can get in the box, hold your track position. But we also know Josh Rodriguez pitted, Mongold pitted, and Josh has already worked his way back up to 12. So when his field flips, Josh Rodriguez will probably be on the point. So kind of look for that. After we get the pit stops, this should bring the yellow back out.
Yellow flag is
Let's
out.
see. There it is. Competition caution, folks. And somebody in that chat group light it up. I need something to talk about. Let's go now.
We got B Square out there.
Old B Square in there.
Yeah. What's up, gents? Not here tonight, but he will be here next week. Good. Can help us out in the chat there group as Bunny's going to wave the flag. Caulfield.
Pace truck's on backstretch.
Pace truck is on the backstretch. So that's what Caulfield will catch in a minute. You'll see that as he pops around turn 2. There is the pace truck. Caulfield is the man that's led majority of the laps this race, hasn't he there? 92 of them. In fact, Keith Haney's got 6 of them, and Timothy Hammond, remember, with that not pitting earlier. But come to think of this one, because Timothy Hammond's out on this pit stop strategy, I don't expect him to come in here, because look at this. These drivers will come in. Look at that, done 59 laps or so. Look at Hammond. He's only done 14. He should stay out and go back to the lead.
Hammond's going to stay out. Rodriguez out. Buzzy Mongol stays out. Mark Cofield stays out. So they're trying to flip the track positions. Kind of what I was looking for earlier, Dean. All the other leaders on pit road. Mark Morton's probably going to have to get a little damage fixed. We saw that big kiss off the wall. So
let's see if we
just
can
have
get
to wait and see here.
We'll finish Caulfield's pit stop, and then we'll see if we have a quick chat to Caulfield.
Sounds good.
And see how he's going. Caulfield loves to have a little chin wagging to us. He should be, I'd say Caulfield will be the first one out on the drivers that didn't know. He won't, actually. He's got a long pit stop there for Caulfield. He'll drop a couple of places there.
Oh, so maybe we don't want to talk to him.
Maybe Caulfield got a little bit of damage or something he was trying to repair. So Keith Haney essentially will be the lead of those drivers that pitted, Peyton Johnson, Matt Cherry, and Caulfield. So, yeah, well, we'll speak to him. You don't know that Caulfield pit stop was a second longer than everybody else there. Maybe he had some damage to the car that we didn't see.
Yeah, I guess we can bring him in and find out. See how he's going to feel back here in some dirty air. It'll be a first time.
Yep, Jonathan Caulfield, we got you up in the booth there, my friend. Looking strong in this race. How's it going for you? But apart from that pit stop, what happened?
I accidentally stopped short. Had to pull up a little bit.
Well, Jonathan, you haven't been in the dirty air tonight, buddy. How you think this is going to affect? You think your speed has been incredible. You think the dirty air might make it a little bit of a difference?
Nah, I think it'd be all right. This place tends to hurt you pretty bad if you overdrive it. So just hitting my marks. I love this track. It's like riding a roller coaster sometimes, man, just up and down. But yeah, a lot of these guys are just overdriving it is all. Just burning the right rear off. We'll come to the front, hopefully.
Start closing these gaps.
Yeah.
Closing these gaps.
Yeah, you've been great so far, man. I'll move you back down. I couldn't tell if the lights were on or off, so let's move you back down. Have a great race, Jonathan. We'll be talking to you later.
Yep.
Appreciate it, buddy.
All right, we're going to move him back down to where Mark and Jemiah Holt and Jeffrey Johnson, Steve Barnett and Tyler Justice are, believe it or not. So they're in their own little chat group here tonight as we're going to go green flag after our competition course.
Green.
And Mike, 100 laps to the end.
Yeah, Timothy Hammond choosing the high side. Got a really good jump. Rodriguez, good jump. We know he's on the freshest rubber of the bunch in the front. Peyton Johnson taking it to the high side. A little bit of... Oh, no, it wasn't even 3 wide. I was going to call it 3 wide, but he just drove right around him. And you see Mark Cofield, really good restart, really good run for Mark Cofield tonight, Dean.
I think he can come into play, isn't it? And help out. Well, we got a caution bump. So, looks like Richardson and... Oh, it's Keith Haney, I think, as well, too. Keith Haney? What happened there?
Oh, no, did he? Did he tow?
I think he towed. Richardson's also in a bit of trouble here for the number 5. But Keith Haney was up there, so I don't know any reason why Keith Haney would be down a pit road unless he absolutely had a massive tow.
Well, we're going to have to find out. That's one of the strongest contenders of the night. And, I mean, here we go. We know Richardson's already had some damage, so probably
there's
still
Haney.
handling. Oh, Haney's all the way down to the bottom.
That'll explain why, and that's caused this action for Robert Richardson.
That'll be on the 87. He disappeared and then reappeared across the track.
That would make sense.
Carson Woodward. Every time a car goes flying over the hood,
have a look at this.
it's right over the top of the 16 machine.
Yeah, this is Keith Haney, the 87. Oh, yep. That's Keith Haney just disappeared.
Oh, it just, yeah.
Yeah,
He
and look at
lost
that.
the signal.
And then he came back in and he had no control of the car. Damn, and Haney was doing such a great job. And that's caused the incident there as well, too, for Richardson, and which is the number 5. And that's the reason why he's towed. That's perfectly allowed to tow, of course, because of some sort of technical issue that happened, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shouldn't be penalized whatsoever, but
No.
yeah, I did not see that in live action. He
Didn't
was
see it.
just
You
gone,
can't see it
and
when
there
the
he
car
was.
disappears, can you? Because it just goes, and then it came up on the inside. You see it from Richardson's, but there it is. Look at Richardson. He had nowhere to go. He sees the car
Oh,
come.
my God.
And then he tags, unfortunately, the number 17 as well, too, which is...
Yeah, Trotter.
Yeah. Jane Trotter.
Jay Trotter crab walking. That's unfortunate for a few guys, but I imagine
Yeah.
Haney, I it looked like a situation of black screen for just a second.
Yeah, anything can happen, isn't it? I mean, I get pop-ups on my monitor saying, you know, it's time to refresh it or something like that. And even though it's a gaming monitor, and like the only way for me to get rid of it is to put my hand behind the monitor and actually turn it off, which is ridiculous because it's a gaming monitor. You can have, you know, screen freezes. Cats can jump on your laps, and pets, animals, all sorts of stuff can happen, can't you, during a race? Things can disconnect,
Oh, yeah.
controllers and stuff. So it looked like
Well, what
something
this
like
gonna
that.
do?
Yep.
What this gonna do, Dean, is gonna open the door for someone else. Haney was super fast all night long. You know, Cofield finally mired in some traffic. I'm assuming we're gonna see Rodriguez be able to clear Hammond and see if he can drive off. But
Just file in wherever it
Once
tells
again,
you to.
once again, I will praise the 15. Patient, not over aggressive. And look, we know he's got speed. He's always got the speed. But up in the top 5 all night long. Just, you know, looking great. And then shout out Buzzy playing a little
Green
strategy
flag,
here.
green flag.
It could be Buzzy's first win at the moment too. Caulfield's back in the picture there in P7. Jonathan Caulfield, that is. Of course, we're talking about Mark Caulfield doing a solid job. Here we go. Hammond probably loving these cautions at the moment, mate, because it keeps a little pressure off. But Rika says, all right, I got a little bit fresher boots, my friend. I'm going to go to the lead.
Get through the gears all the way into 3 and 4. Out of 4, we'll see what Rodriguez has got for Hammond. Hammond, nice corner off the top there. Might be why he chose that, you know, little older boots. Try to keep the momentum up. See Peyton Johnson, he's going to dive it inside. Should be able to do the same thing Rodriguez did. These guys, you know, I think even Johnson would have a little bit newer rubber than Josh, but just a couple laps, and we've had enough cautions that should equalize everybody out.
And one person you don't
Cofield,
count out.
trying to work his way through Buzzy.
Yeah, one person you don't count out is the man who's got the fastest lap, Matt Sherry, up 17 places. On fresher boots too. Man that knows how to win races, man that knows how to win championships. He's on the hunt there, and he's got Rodriguez and Johnson up the road.
Yeah, he's just looking for a little bit of that luck bug too. He's getting snake bit week after week. We all know, you know, he's got speed.
He
He
didn't
definitely
like
got
snakes.
all the speed.
That's why you don't want to go Australia, my friend. You need to be on the racetrack there. You're getting bitten.
Yeah, I'm not.
Once bitten,
I'll
twice
just
shy.
take your garter snake. I'll take my little garter snake, not a Taipan and King Browns and all that stuff. You can keep all that stuff, my man. Huntsman spiders on the wall.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, they scare you, but they're not too bad. I had one actually in my bathroom
Scary.
the other day. Absolutely scared the living daylights out of it. I turned the light on, you know, in the middle of the night. I go to the bathroom. It's like, oh, there's a big ass spider on the mirror in the bathroom. I'm like, yeah, okay, hello.
Dude, that house been on fire in 5 minutes. A spider big as my head hanging on the wall.
And you can see a little slide there at the moment there from Mark Caulfield as we're on board right now with Jonathan Caulfield. Now, obviously, will there be the Caulfield play here between the family members? As you can see, Jonathan Caulfield is much smoother than Mark Caulfield, but remember there is a bit of a difference in tyres too. Caulfield has got 10 lap fresher boots than Mark, and you'd imagine Mark wouldn't want to see a little Timothy Honan as well too. You can see that I would imagine that Mark wouldn't put up too much of a fight with Jonathan, and he doesn't. That allows him through. In fact, Mark Caulfield could be a bit of a back marker, a blocker, isn't he, to Jemiah Holt? He's just lurking in the back.
Yeah, I think he let off a little bit much to let Jonathan clear, and that's going to let Holt get right back to him. That's going to bring Barnett back to him.
Exactly.
Hammond, woo, big slide, they're good catch.
Hammond's struggling a little bit, but then again, that's tyres, isn't it? There is Holt and Mark Caulfield. And you got to be careful too. The hillbilly there, isn't it? Stevie, he's lurking in the background. He's ready to pounce on any mistakes in these drops, mate.
Yeah, but he's a winner this year. We know he's got the pace. The key is how fast can Jonathan Caulfield get through the field and not, lose tires. We got plenty of laps left. Don't get me wrong, but Hammond again lose down to the bottom, catching it. I'd have to move up a little there, Steve. There you go.
Yeah.
Will the top line work? It just has not yet. And all the while, Tyler Justice is going to take them both here in a minute.
Timothy, of course, on 30-lap tyres. 25 for Mark Caulfield. You have to say Mark Caulfield's a lot better than... Stevie is struggling there as well, too. But Stevie's on not bad boots, but he just had a hard look in the fence there for the 42. It drops him back to P11.
Yeah, a couple trips into the safer barrier. See if it keeps a handle on it. See Morton able to make his way by.
Isn't that safe when you hit your car at 200 miles an hour?
Yeah,
okay, I guess I hope so.
I don't think any of it's safe.
He's going to be attacking Buzzy.
Oh, another shot.
Mark Morton and Buzzy. There's Mark Morton on camera as well too. Buzzy's on camera. I'll get that sorted out a little bit later. Buzzy, you turn your camera on a little late. But there's Mark Morton.
Barnett killed turn 2 last time. He grazed it the first time. He killed it last time.
Josh Rodriguez, the number 1 in P1, up 2 places.
Oh yeah, here comes Jonathan Caulfield. He's already up to 3rd. How long will Peyton be patient? He's played the patient game all night. He looked fantastic, but he also knows the man with the plan is right behind him.
That's right, yeah. Look,
this man is on a roll tonight.
What do you do too as a driver there, Mike? I mean, you don't want to go in the middle, do you? You know these two are battling it out. You just got to sit back, relax as much as you can as a racing driver. He's got a half a second gap to Cherry down the road, so he doesn't need to worry too much about him. But you know that he wants to get P1 and just clear these guys.
Yeah, he probably wants to push Peyton past, but here we go. He's going to be able to clear. That'll let Jonathan take the inside, and then he should be able to clear as well. Not quite the run.
They go single file, yeah.
Josh with a good run.
And it will bring Cherry a little bit more into play too. I mean, I think Caulfield's going to be, he knows to worry. You're going to get the job done. You're going to get the job done soon. Rodriguez is down on tyres a little bit, so it's about 10 laps older for Rodriguez. You can see in that pit stop strategy. So Rodriguez is 10 laps older on the boots, which isn't a great deal. I think Caulfield might know that, and Pounce Johnson should know that he's got Rodriguez as a bit of a blocker there for the man that's led the most laps in this race, and the man that's probably picked a favourite to win it, Mr. Jonathan Caulfield.
Yeah, I think he's just relaxed. Look at the run there he has. If he wants it, he's going to try to pack a little air, get him a little loose, maybe move him around, but he's also just biding his time. He's not pushing issues. Save the boots, keep him nice and clean, and yeah, he'll be able to finish it a little bit. Like I said though, that does bring Cherry into play down to about 4/10 behind Caulfield. I'd like to see those two have a battle.
And Holtz as well too, so up 16 places. Both good performances there from the 45, and the 74. And also got to mention Mark Caulfield as well too, one of his best drives as well too. He's in P6, he's hanging in there. He's not too, Hammond on those old boots is there, but I think you're right. Caulfield's got the patience there. He goes to the high side as well. That's interesting.
I wanted to see if this would work. He got a pretty good run. He tried a diamond a second ago. That didn't quite work as well. He's going to go right on the outside here. Let's see if it'll hold. We need a few more guys.
Switcheroo. There it is. The
big
switcheroo.
diamond. Yep, big diamond.
Is that what you call the diamond, is it?
Yeah, up high, down low.
Oh, okay. Didn't know. Never heard that. He got that one work. In fact, Cherry might pounce on that situation too if Rodriguez going off the racing line there, as well as Jemiah Holt. Now Caulfield's going to work on our race leader, Peyton Johnson, but this is your pick, I think. I'm probably outside of Caulfield. You probably put Peyton Johnson as the man that probably the second or first quickest man, the pick for this race win.
Oh yeah. I mean, if it comes down to a short run, for sure. Right now we know Caulfield's got the long pace, but I just love what Peyton's doing tonight. He's not pressed the issue. Like I said, he's been in several incidents. He's down on points. He needs a good night. And he's showing his racecraft tonight. We all know he's got speed. Everybody in the chat knows he's got speed. It's just nice and patient, taking what you get. If Cofield's a little quicker, fine. Let's get some good points tonight.
I think good exit on that one. You can see Cherry's car was sliding a little bit there for the 45, but Rodriguez is going to have to scrub a lot of speed off here. You can see Caulfield going that high side line, which is, he said, going to go maybe a diamond down to Peyton Johnson, but we'll go back to Rodriguez there and Cherry. As there, so look at the slide of the 45. It's got lots of speed there for Cherry. Jemo Holt should have to pounce on the exit here for sure. After seeing that, my friend.
Cherry's going to have to watch it for the next couple laps here. No, don't push the issue. He's going to get real loose if he does. That was a long slide.
Oh, yeah.
Probably a little heat at it.
Rodriguez, a little bit of sparks coming off the side of that car as well, too. So he isn't even... I don't know. Is it Cherry just pushing it so much? Just trying to get that position. You can see Cherry and, wow, got to get close to that fence. Certainly it is. It looks like Caulfield may have just squeezed by Johnson for the lead, and he has. So back to the front goes Jonathan Caulfield. Sorry if I missed that overtake there, Caulfield, because all the action was happening a little bit behind you, but...
And still is.
Yep, it still is. You got it done.
There's a gaggle of guys coming down.
Yeah, once again, it's 10 laps or so on the difference in tyres. So it's not a great deal, but it seems to make a little bit, just a little bit of traction, isn't it, on a track that proves pretty difficult for tyres. And we have
yellow out.
Caution. It looks like the 21's Curtis Banks has stopped on the backstretch. There he is.
This just seems to be our increments. It's around 30 to 35 laps. The tires go away. Somebody can't cope at the time we get a spin. This seems to be the increment over and over.
So a self-spin on the 77 coming out of 2, self-spin on the 77. 77 received EOL.
There it is. Confirmed there, Mike. And you can see the 77. So before we even going to see the replay, our race control is going to call it. And there it is. And that's not the first time that's happened, isn't it, tonight? The tricky turn 2 onto the backstretch has caught, unfortunately, the mullet man.
Yeah, poor Curtis there.
As we got pit stops, Mike. So this is the main stop, mate, because 80 laps of fuel, we have 67 laps to go. This could potentially be the last pit stop that these drivers have to take if we go green to the end.
Well, this should be their third set of tires, and they're going to have 2 more in the pits. They were generous with tires tonight.
Yeah, they were.
They started on 1. They had 4 over the wall. So why not take them right here? Or else you're probably going to be a sitting duck if you don't.
Yeah, I think you can see at the moment Caulfield's up on the jacks on the left side. Will he go up the right side and take 4? Yes, he will. And I think most of the drivers will. Because once again, right, Mike, if this is the last pit stop you're going to take for the race, and it's a race out of pit stop there between Peyton Johnson and Caulfield will just get him. I think that's going to have a smile on his face. Peyton Johnson might have to lift off on that one. In fact, has Caulfield been called for a penalty? Because he has to let him through. Wow.
I'm not sure exactly what's happening here.
Yeah, Caulfield looked like he came out first, but we'll hear from race control. But he's going to have to let them through. Jonathan Caulfield's dropped back here. Had to let a lot of cars through. That was very, very interesting.
Well, we'll wait on race director there. We'll be able to hear what the call is. That was very, very odd.
We were on board with him, weren't we? We saw him there, exit the pit lane. Looked like he was fighting Peyton Johnson out of there, unless he sped out of pit lane. I don't see any black flags coming up that they can clear. And our live race control, that's a great thing on the Nazareth Racing Network. We have live race control, and trust me, Mike, I work with other leagues. They don't have live race control. They can't clear those black flags and stuff like that, so they leave it up to the iRacing gods. We don't have to leave it up to the iRacing gods here. We have a god called Cody Knott in the booth down there in race control.
That's just very, very odd. I've just been waiting to hear exactly what happened. I cannot find on scoring anything that I see.
Yep.
Go ahead and start tightening up. Those that are catching the field, just file in.
All right, so Cody Knott's just calling that. Nothing's been called from Cody Knott. So, Jonathan Caulfield down P14. Whatever it was, it hasn't been addressed. So we're going to go green flag racing.
Green flag, green flag.
Yeah, back to green. Peyton Johnson, Josh Rodriguez. We got Cherry, Tyler Justice, Jeremiah Holt. All these boys going to get a little breather from the 58 machine for a little bit. We'll see who's got what. All on the new shoes. Ooh, Holt a little wide. Got to get a little heat in them, boys.
Well, the heat is on. Rodriguez and Cherry. The Prosper Enduring 200 here tonight. Whoa!
Oh,
Cherry hard lick into the
loose.
fence. That's going to cause a caution. It will. Hammond's around. I think Mongol survives.
I think it
Mark
might be
Caulfield. No caution.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that was very odd. But we saw that all started. Cherry just snapped loose, little overcorrection.
Yep.
But wow, that was quick. Trace Miller with the meatball flag, his day most likely done.
So here's Cherry. Yeah, you mentioned this. So this is where it kind of like maybe starts a chain reaction off.
Jerry, did you have equipment malfunction?
And we won't be able to hear Cherry on that one. So he'll be responding to race control. There it is. That yeah, it definitely caused it, didn't it? His pace speed just caused everybody else to back up there. And wow. Now, I don't know if that's an equipment malfunction.
Nah, it just looked like a snap loose and a quick overcorrection.
Yeah. And then Caulfield and the other drivers that are behind him had to respond pretty quickly to this. And there's Mark Caulfield in the 57. He's had to back off a little bit. You'll see this incident occur up the road there. You'll see this snap at the moment from Cherry, and then he got hit from behind, didn't he?
Yeah, 69 got into him, and then Buzzy just there. They're just trying to avoid the incident.
Yep. What's interesting now, and we'll go back to live pictures, is that we do have a ton of drivers that have gone down to pit road, Mike. So we've got Caulfield, Barnett, Woodward, Hammond, Johnson, Mongold, Cummings, Richardson, Cherry, Goodwin, Miller, Messer. They've come down, whereas we've had a whole bunch of drivers that have not. Now, why is Caulfield in a crazy angle in his pit box too? What's Caulfield doing?
I have no idea what has happened with Caulfield. I wish to God I could find. We may have to pull Cody Knott up here to see if we can find out.
Okay, well,
I
the
have
caution
no
didn't
idea.
come out from the guys going into the grass. The caution came out from the stack up that occurred going into turn 1 and 2. That'll be ruled on the 37. 37 was on the bottom and then just kind of pushed upwards into the, I think it's a 52 is what it looks like, and then he came up into the driver above him, and then it caused that wreck. So it'll be on the 37.
Raul Mesa. Oh, here we go. So let's have a look at this one. Now, this is interesting. This is why we'd love to have race control here. This is coming back to the incident after the green flag here, and this is exactly what Cody's talking about. So something happened to Raul Mesa, which has caused something to do with this incident there, Mike.
Yeah, I did
This
not
is
see.
something
He
else.
was behind the incident, I thought.
Yeah, he was, but maybe he's redressing to something else. But we're looking at Raul Mesa in the 37, and the incident will come up. This is from the last green flag. There's the incident. Maybe this is something else that's... actually, no, my apologies. This is something after the incident that's happened with Raul Mesa, I think.
Yeah, we'll take a look here. Trace Miller and him.
Raul Mesa's come up. Look, Raul Mesa's also caused an incident. That's,
and he got a piece of Caulfield. That's why Caulfield's on pit road.
Yes. And that's exactly the reason why race controls address that. Mark Caulfield is on his lid. Well, no, he's on his lid. He's on his side. Anyway, we go back to green flag racing, my friend. Sorry, we missed it. Green flag.
Sorry, folks, but back to green flag now. We had to sort all that out. That was a lot to figure out all one time. But we got Rodriguez back up front. Jeremiah Holt making moves all night long. We see Mark Caulfield able to get back to 6th. Jonathan is back in 8th. So he was getting some repair, done so he could finish this race. I don't know. He probably topped off too, so he ought to.
Someone's come out of the corner.
Slideways again.
Yeah.
Slide. Caulfield probably fueled while he got repaired, so he's going to have enough fuel to go to the end. The guys that are staying out from the 100 mark will not.
The 3-wide action back here of Caulfield and Buzzy Mongold on the inside line there. There's Buzzy, pink machine, you'll see for the number 12. Up the front there, Rodriguez, fastest man for the whole race. Leading Jemiah Holt and Peyton Johnson.
Yeah, fastest lap of the race, 23.159. That was a good full 3.5 tenths faster than Jeremiah Holt, but Josh got to make sure not to go out too hard, even though we do have the extra shoes in the pits. We don't know. It's only 56 laps. We could get a run here, but the trim tonight is 35 laps, and somebody loses the rears. So we'll keep an eye on that. Look for, I'll do the old Larry Mack. The next caution somewhere in the neighborhood of 180. Let's see. Oh, Peyton there with the patient.
Keep an eye for Tyler Justice as well, too. Take an opportunity on this one. Going, you guys battle. 2's a company, 3's a party. And 3's a crowd as they're going for it at the moment there. Tyler Justice as well. Don't mention too much about Tyler Justice, but the number 6 is in there. Corey Miller. He's right on the bumper there, isn't it? The 73 there of Tyler. Having some funds here with the Lions 3D design number 6 up the road there. Of course, of Lucas Lyons and his company. One of the fantastic sponsors of a lot of the race cars here on NASWA 360 Racing Network. Lions is not with us, but Lions is generally with the Tuesday night series as well, too, that we had last night here, the Prosper Endurance Racing Series, which I don't know the results in that one, but if I had to put my money on, I'd put it in MDW.
MDW, I would say.
Yeah.
How about a shout out for Coy Miller? I mean, we've seen him in 2 separate incidents, and here he is in the top 5. And he's showing it's not really a fluke. He's staying right here in the top 5, not going anywhere. Just, just a great recovery. He's pulled a half-second gap on Mark Cofield. Jonathan 3.3 back, so he must have got some wheel damage on that. Just that clip with the Meza incident.
I think you might be right, and get on Coy Miller. He's got Mark Caulfield coming in too, but now remember Mark Caulfield has a little bit better on the pit stop strategies as well too. He's got 4 lap fresher boots. They were only the assumption he took. I think it was. It says tire sets 5. That means what? 4 over the wall?
Yeah, 4 over the wall.
Okay, so they will have 1 set available to them for the end of this race if they haven't taken more than 3 pit stops. We're taking tires there, Mr. Mike.
I got a weird feeling this one might go right close to the end. Like I said, the pattern is it's going to be somewhere around lap 180. We'll have another caution. We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, Cofield just having a really great run. Been 2 incidents I can think of.
And I'll tell you what, mate, he's got Caulfield, the other Caulfield, Jonathan Caulfield down the road, 1 second, and Caulfield's not slicing and dicing his way out of Mark Caulfield's pace. So Mark at the moment has the speed over Jonathan. At the moment.
Jonathan, as I said, that incident with Meza, as we did not catch it live, he just clipped it, and then we wonder why he was in the pits. That's why. Obvious wheel damage, apparently, so probably not able to get that completely fixed and just struggling a little bit right now.
Yeah, I think he's on a little bit of a wounded car there for Jonathan Caulfield. But that's not going to never hold out Jonathan Caulfield, is it? If that car's got 4 wheels on it, he will drive that thing to Barney in the checkered flag, whatever he can do.
Well, that's a fact, and showing that he can hold a top 10 position with wheel damage right now should say a lot about what he's doing.
How's this? Mark Caulfield on the back there of Coy Miller. And saying that, Caulfield has shaved about half a second out of Mark Caulfield in that lap. That's because Mark Caulfield is trying to find his way past Coy Miller, who's done a solid job there up 10 places in the 5th spot.
Making the car wide on entry for sure, about a half a lane up and then diming it down off the bottom. So Mark's going to have to make a decision. Do we put a little chrome horn to him? Do we go to the high side, try to diamond it up ourselves?
Oh, he might not have to do too much if Coy hits in the face like that. Yeah.
I mean, all the while, the top 4 guys running away. They've got about a 2-second gap over this.
I think, I also think Jonathan's close enough at the moment that Mark might have to lift off and let him through if he wants to, of course. Doesn't have to. But knowing Jonathan,
the old man let the boy through.
Yeah, do you do that? I mean, the thing is, Mark.
Did I let my son through?
If I was Jonathan, I'd like you get past first. All right, you do it. I got to go back up the front butt, so we'll check on that one later.
Start to heat up.
You're damn right. Yeah.
starting to heat him up, and Holt as well. We see, like I said, Josh might went up just, whoa, don't hit that
Damn,
apron.
did you see the sparks coming out of the little apron area? I haven't seen that.
Yeah, Holt got in the wall too. Turn 2 is just hard here, folks. If you've ever driven here, it's rough. It tightens up in a big hurry.
Well, we saw a lot of
If you're too
spinners.
shallow, you're in trouble.
Yeah, we saw the spinners, didn't we, out of the exit right here. The exit of turn 2. That's the one that you see all the tire marks that are on the exit of turn 2. That's where the action's been out there. That's where you get your fold out chair and grab yourself a couple of cold ones. There, Mike.
Look for dive bomb time. Run him up the track a little bit. See Peyton Johnson get himself a little diamond, able to not quite.
Tell you what, your pick to win
Driving
this
it
race
real
at the
deep
moment
this time.
is looking pretty good there. Peyton Johnson trying to hold off Rodriguez and Holt. And Justice just lurking in the background. Look at the gap they got all the way. That's 3 seconds before you see Coy Miller come out of that turn. And if
Yeah,
we
these
go
four are
green to the
driven
end,
out.
that's a lot of work to do.
These 4 have driven out. No, the one guy not pushing issue right now, Tyler Justice. He just hanging back there to see what he's got here later on.
And do you think, Mike, it's a lot easier to save your tires if you're hanging off the top 3 here right now, like Tyler Justice? If you can just sit back there and just control his tires a little bit better and let these guys battle it out, you can see Rodriguez.
Oh, spinner.
That's a spinner up the road. That's a back marker
Timothy
as well.
Hammond. That's Timothy Hammond, I think, going
Yeah, it
around.
is. Should cause a caution, I'd imagine, because it's off the
Yellow,
racing
yellow.
line. No, it has caused a caution.
Oh, he backed onto the racing line to cause the
Oh.
caution. I want to see what they think about that.
Cody Knott will be too happy about that, my friend, because it was good
If
green flag racing we had.
If he would have re-entered pointing the right direction, it would have been no caution, but he backed up the track and
He'll spin
stopped
on the
and
69.
caught.
He will go to the 69. Caution came out when he was backing up back on track to rejoin the racing surface.
Yep, there it is. Yeah. Cody's on top of that one, then, my friend there, Mike. And he's been caused for that. Look at that. He almost caused a wreck.
Who was that?
Yeah.
Somebody back there with a big shot in it. I'm telling you, that turn 2 wall has been tested today.
I think it might have been
Oh, it's a turn
Caulfield.
4 wall, my man.
Caulfield's got a meatball.
Oh my goodness.
So I think it might have been Caulfield. Jonathan Caulfield has a meatball, not Mark. Yeah, there it is. You caught, there
Oh,
it
he got
is.
loose.
He saw the caution, reacted to it, hard licking the fence. That's a meatball flag for Jonathan Caulfield after climbing his way back up into inside the top 10 with a hugely damaged number 58 car. And now he had to serve this one. He's on the pit road at the moment. And he's getting repairs chipped out there. But I'll tell you what, you can't take Caulfield out of this race. He's going to fight his way back into that car as much as he can. Peyton Johnson in the lead.
Absolutely. Peyton Johnson, these guys, I don't think they're coming in yet. They're saving that set. 38 laps remain. It's been a pretty good race so far, though, Dean. I mean, probably a few more cautions than people would like, but most of it has just been from a loose car.
Yeah.
They're just a little tougher to drive, I think, than they expected, but
Turn 2
haven't had,
shenanigans,
like, a
right?
track blocker.
Turn 2 shenanigans has caused victims
Yeah.
for a lot of the cars here tonight. But most of those cautions you probably mentioned, about 4 of those cautions have been self-incident cautions. So that goes to show you that the racing, the hard racing these drivers have done with each other tonight has not been contact between them so much. It's been just loose ends of these ARCA cars, going around.
I think we had a few people hitting pit road. Looked like Jeffrey Johnson might have came down. Carson Woodward might have come down.
Matthew Cummings is down. Yep.
Matthew Cummings, mine's still showing he's still on pit road, so I'm not sure there.
Have a look at that pit stats we have at the moment. So you'd have to go freshies. You got to scroll your way down, aren't you, to P9 there? Steve Barnett, Mark Caulfield, JJ, Jeffrey Johnson, Carson Woodward, Matt Cherry. They're going to be the ones who are going to have the freshies with 38 laps remaining in this race.
Yeah,
Now,
I feel like they're banking
Closing
on
your
we're not
gaps.
going to have
Those
any
that
more
are
cautions.
catching up, just file in. I'll clear blacks.
I'll clear blacks. Everybody's going to be filing up there from race control. Yeah, I don't know. They might be looking in the hot seat here.
Green, green, Entering
Mike.
green.
Now we go back to green. You see, the field is dwindling, folks. This track is putting a beating on some of these guys tonight. You know, you feel bad for the 58 at Cofield. Caught up in a little bit of an incident, tried to fix some damage, and then loose. Oh, we got another car. It looks like Morton up into the wall again. These guys got to get her sorted out.
You don't want to be losing it with 37 laps to go. I know you want to get track position.
No.
That's normal, but hang it out until about 20 to go, and then, you know, engage nitrous and give it everything you got.
I think that's what Mark Cofield and all them, I think that's what they're trying to do. Barnett had also taken tires. See Cofield in 10th, Robert Richardson 9th, Barnett up to 8th right now.
Yeah.
So
Those
they're
guys
on
with the fresh boots would be
different
looking good.
strategies. Yeah, fresh shoes.
Wow.
Once
Yeah.
they get some heat built in them, they should be making their way forward.
Look at Stevie's up currently at the moment inside inside P8 as well too. So Steve Barnett's looking pretty good. I think he knows that the time to shine will be in 20 or so laps to go. That's when he's going to start looking pretty damn good on a track where these guys have got some worn shoes.
Yeah, I mean, look at Buzzy, man. Top 5 for the 12 right now. Been in 2 incidents I can think of, but running top 5.
Peyton
Mark
Johnson,
Cofield past Richardson.
always looking good. Jemiah Holt's been looking fantastic. He's up 19 places, the biggest hard charger through tonight. I'll tell you what, too, Steve, Mark, my apologies. It's all Chevys, mate. You got Chevys in the top 12 are all Chevys, mate. So whatever it is in these hot conditions here tonight, they are working good.
Yeah, it's something working for those machines tonight. You mentioned Jeremiah Holt, man. It's every week I watch, he's smooth. Usually gets caught up in somebody else's situations, but showing his speed tonight. I mean, there you go. Started toward the back. Once he got up to the top 5 or so, he just hasn't relinquished it. Maybe down to like 9 one time, and then right back up. So showing what he's got here tonight.
You can see in his, we call it the EKG graph, but it's all about the momentum. You drop a couple of places, obviously, during pit stops, but he never dropped that much during pit stops. He's been up and up and up there for the 74. Looking good on his pit stop strategy as well, too. He boxed on lap 133, so, you know, he won't have the freshest boots like we see of Steve Barnett, who's putting some massive pressure right now on Tyler Justice. This is probably the man to watch on the freshest boots.
Yeah, right now it is.
Yeah, in
and
town.
we can see that 10 lap deficit that Rodriguez had is gone, but so are the tires, I believe. So we're gonna have to see. He's kind of holding up Justice here. You see Barnett, he's rolling the center.
He had to lift good
Just
time,
keep her
didn't
off
he?
that wall, but
So he didn't get into Tyler Justice. That's how much traction he had out of the corner. If he wanted to, he could have just absolutely gassed it, and it would have been straight into the back of the 6. But, you know, Steve's thinking about winning the race here, not thinking about turning another car.
exactly right. You see Mark Cofield, he's worked his way up into 70s now, putting a little
He's
pressure
going
on
to get past Buzz, too. Buzz had to slide out of the corner, so there you go. Mark will take that one and say thank you very much. P6, baby.
Now these guys, they want to see green. See Morton back there, they're battling. Little contact. Here goes Holt. Got him a nice run off the 4. Oh, that's not helping. A little Velcro wall action. I just slowed him down better, right? Look at his run.
Battles everywhere. Battle there. Battle between Steve Barnett as well, Tom Rodriguez. In fact, I will go to that one because I think if Steve doesn't clear him, in fact, not door him, he should be up there. Man, it's got to be the fastest man, doesn't he? He's got to be the fastest man very soon. He's going to be certainly up there. There he is. Him and Caulfield, the 2 quickest drivers, my friend, by far. And he's going to be working to be on the back of this battle for P1 currently at the moment. Your pitches 27 laps to go. Mikey.
Well, I'll say this. Peyton Johnson still running in the 23-second range as of the last lap. Barnett made the pass, ran a 24.1. Yeah, Peyton Johnson, 23.8 right now, but there's Barnett, 3 tenths faster. So he's reeling them in 3 tenths a lap at this moment.
He's clear too.
There are plenty of laps for him to catch.
You got to remember it's clear air, so I'd expect his name to go top to the time. I expect him probably get into the early 23s, if not 22s, once he's in clear air. We'll see.
Yeah,
Peyton Johnson,
Marco,
there he is. He went to the top.
Starting to heat up. Josh Rodriguez might have finally got the pass on. Yeah, Jeremiah, great roll through the corner. I don't care if Peyton Johnson wins this race tonight or not. I will go for him, but what a race he's ran. Patient, using his racecraft, a little loose off the corner right there. Let's see what Holt, I'll bring Holt up a little closer, but I like what I see out of Peyton tonight. He has been patient. He's been fast. Oh.
Both these guys are going to hold off Mr. Stevie at the moment. He's coming thick and fast. Here he is.
Yeah, Barnett.
He's arrived.
Roadfield is cleared. And he is on the scene, baby.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch, another thing to overtake now, isn't it? Because he knows these two boys are battling it up the road here. And he probably knows these two boys aren't going to want to be, are aware that he has much fresher rubber here. So are these guys going to actually work together here and say, are we going to allow Stevie through here, or is it every man for himself?
You see Stevie, he's going to try a little bit of a diamond here to try to get a run. I think he'll make his own hole, if you want to know the truth. I don't think it's going to be that we hold him off. We'll see if they have patience out of Barnett. I love it. Back it up and get the run off. Here it comes.
Oh, he hit him.
Oh, they're both sliding. Oh,
yeah,
my
he
God.
had to lift off big time there.
Watch out for Mark Cofield closing this down in a hurry.
Yeah. If first you don't succeed, try again. Don't turn him again, right? I mean, that's the speed difference he had, wasn't he? He had to lift off big time here. And it does put him under pressure there of Mark Caulfield.
Yeah, and then Johnson was sliding in front. That's not going to help his situation very much. Heating those rear tires at this point in time, not great.
Wonder how the track temperature's going too.
27 lap deficit. They're just doing a fantastic job this far.
And it's 10 degrees less than what it was in Celsius, at least when we started this race, so it's huge. But this four-way squabble for the lead here. Mark Morton's 3.5 seconds down the road as Jemiah Holt tries to bolt his way past Peyton Johnson for the lead of this race. And be careful for Steve Barnett at the moment there with the fresh boots in town. Oh, contact!
In the world.
Oh, save it, son. Save it, Peyton Johnson. Wow. Good driving, actually, from the rest of them. Good driving, because they had to lift to avoid him from going around. Oh, I love it.
That was a odd-looking move there.
And now, you got Steve Barnett in P2. Caulfield now in P3 there, as he's taking the inside there of Peyton Johnson. So Peyton Johnson's gone from, well, the penthouse to the sub-penthouse as we got a battle for the lead.
As they say, Peyton has lost the rears there. He got him heated up with the slide earlier, and they're just staying heated here. He's not been able to back it down. You know, they're praying. They've got another set of shoes, I believe, so they're hoping for another caution. 17 laps to go, but Jeremiah Holt, he looked faster. He was faster. Oh, there's the tag. That's going to open the door for Barnett.
Yep. I think Barnett's going to notice that, isn't he? And Barnett's going to be more worried about Caulfield as well, too, because Caulfield could think 2 for 1 here. Not quite worked out there. If this does go green to the end with 16 or so laps remaining in this race, these guys that are on older boots are in big trouble, a.k.a. Jemiah Holt is trying to hold it out of the fence. He can't. Whoa! Caulfield had to take... Colt's going to be under big pressure there for Peyton Johnson now as he gets back into the full speed. Peyton Johnson should go up the inside once he gets up full song. Maybe Caulfield might have just held on there. We're talking about Mark Caulfield, not, believe it or not the other Caulfield of Jonathan Caulfield, who's a lap down in this race, if not out of this race. Steve Barnett just got a get out of jail free card there on his Monopoly set.
Yeah, he has twice thus far. Been able to negotiate this twice. Yeah, that's a shame for Mark right there. I mean, we saw Holt, he got a little bit of the outside wall. I don't know if that kind of made Caulfield jump to the inside or if he was just loose trying to make the passes. He was getting pinched pretty hard from the 74, which is perfectly legal.
Well, we've got live race control on the radio here, on the live broadcast as well too. So if there's anything that needs to be addressed, we shall hear it from Mr. Cody Knott. And so far, the radio is clear and quiet, aka race on.
Johnson all the while trying to just cool the tires down. Got a great finish in line here. He's looked great all night, and he's just that one slide, lost the rears. He's been fighting it ever since. But you see, after Cofield's little slide, he's able to at least keep pace with the 57.
Yeah, they started to spread themselves out with 12 laps to go. Let's hope that they start getting on the rear bumper of each other again and give us some entertaining ending to this race. Tyler Justice is about 3 seconds down the road from this man that we're riding on board with, so that I think is going to be a four-way fight for the podium positions here tonight. And remember about those tyres as well, too. There's your lap differences between them, so you can see Holt and Johnson are holding on to boots that are probably 20 or so laps older.
Yeah, and you see Richardson there. He's starting to heat up Mark Morton. Just, Holt into the wall again.
Yeah, you're right. Going back to that battle there between 6th and 7th. There's double R. Robert Richardson up 11, and he's battling it out there with Mark Morton. He's on our cam tonight there. Mark Morton desperately. He's up. He's a hard charger through tonight there at the moment too. He's up 20 places. Trying to make it 20 that he's gaining, but he's got a gaggle of some fast cars behind him. There's Richardson getting through there. Coy Miller and Buzzy Mongols just down the road. Lap car difference there of Anthony Harden in the mix. So everything Mark Morton can do to hold on to get that hard charger award, get himself in that P10 position. And I give it to Morton for a solid drive here tonight if he can bring it home.
Yeah, Mark Cofield's got it down to half a second on Jeremiah Holt.
Yep.
You see Barnett, he's out to 1.2. So this is your battle for the podium right here. See Johnson, Old Shoes. I think they really, really thought to get a caution, and they still may. We still have 8 laps to go right here. But Barnett just on a Sunday drive right now. Doesn't have to really push. Negotiate a little bit of lap traffic. Look like again, one machine up in front. Clear him, clear sailing the rest of the way. Holt doing a great job. He just saw he lost the tires a couple times. Tagged the wall.
I think Mark Caulfield here, he's on a podium position at the moment if he can bring it home, 7 laps to go. But is any driver happy with P3? With bronze if you can get silver, mate? Oh, into the corner like that. You might have a 2-second gap to Peyton Johnson behind you, my friend, but stay away from that wall and you're still guaranteed a bronze.
Richardson was able to make the pass on Morton, so he's moved himself up into 6th. Boy, Miller's still hanging on to the top 10. Matt Cherry, we saw that big damage, big slide. He's worked his way back to 9th, and Buzzy Mongold in the 10th position. 3 tenths above JJ right now in the 33.
Jim Holt clears the traffic, so should Mark Caulfield behind him. Steve's up the road now. Steve Barnett's up the road there by about almost 2 seconds, so all Stevie has to do, my friend, in the last 5 laps to go is just keep it out of the fence, my friend, and you're good to go to get your race win. And that's going to be a good feeling, isn't it there? You'd have to say, Mike, do you even get more stressed, my friend, when you're down to the dying stages of this race? You don't need fuel, you don't need tires. If a caution comes out, there's nothing you can do about it, but all you need to do right now is just win 4 more laps. Just keep driving 4 more laps and do whatever you can do.
Yeah, that's it. Just 4 more. All he's praying is do not see a yellow right now. I mean, he played the strategy well. This is our longest green flag run of the night, I think. So I think it surprised everybody. And it's going to work out great for the 42. He's going to get a second win of the year if everything plays out right here. But once again, don't over push. Stay in your rhythm. You're just praying you see the white before you see the yellow.
It's got clear track. There is the 15th place car coming out of turn 3, so he's got nothing to worry about. Look at that. It's got nothing up the road there. It's all clear track. It's just him and the 10 to 30,000 people standing in the grandstands ready to cheer on the 42.
And Richardson heating up. Tyler Justice able to make the pass. So Robert Richardson moves himself into 5th here, right toward the end of the race. It's really been a great run. Good comeback from that early contact that we saw for him. All right, we're getting ready to come to the 1 to go.
Darren's detail and shine, 1 to go. Waved by Barney. Here we go. Well, how's that for a mastermind strategy at the moment? Just to elaborate that one. Took that gamble, my friend. Took that late pit stop there. Only did 38 laps on that one. That's what Jemiah Holt and the likes there of Peyton Johnson didn't do. And I think that's paid off there. Over to you, Mike.
Yeah, I think it fooled everybody. Steve Barnett, the hillbilly, the Michigan man, getting his second win of the year. Good strategy. We saw him pound the wall 3-4 times, get damage repaired. Had a few, nicely cut.
All right, good job there at the end, guys.
Played it fantastic.
Top 3 to the waiting room. Winner, do your burnouts. Nobody touch the winner, please.
Yeah, please nobody touch Steve. That's from race control there of Cody Knott. So he's called them to head down the pit road, but the top 3, and of course the burnouts will come to this
the
man.
Front stretch thing. You guys met in the middle.
Is he going to burn it down?
He should.
There it goes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And why not, my friend? He said was second time winner for the season here tonight. So the Hillbilly very much be on top.
Yeah, played the strategy perfectly, as you said. Burning it down. Little Polish victory lap back toward victory lane. And that should bring us to all the particulars for tonight's race. Give us your lap leaders, give us all that good stuff. It'll pop up here in just a moment. Full field rundown. There we see your winner, Steve Barnett, 17 laps led, and they are all when it matters. Jeremiah Holt comes in second, Mark Cofield third. They'll be followed by Peyton Johnson, Robert Richardson, Tyler Justice, Matt Cherry will bring it home seventh. Good recovery for Matt. 8th, Mark Morton. 9th, Coy Miller. Great recovery for him. And look at JJ. Top 10. Made it back out of a couple of incidents. 11th will bring us Buzzy Mongol. Josh Rodriguez is 12th. Carson Woodward. 13th. Timothy Hammond. 14th. Matthew Cummins. 15th. Anthony Harden. 16th. Jonathan Cofield. Dominant early. Trouble late. 16th. Oh, I'm sorry. 17th. Tyler Goodwin. 18th. Ellis. 19th. Trace Miller rounds out your top 20. And we see the race right here. We get the most pole position with Jonathan Cofield. Fastest lap, Steve Barnett. Most laps led, Jonathan Cofield with 95. And most positions gained, Jeremiah Holt for the hard charger. Rounding out the rest of the field there, we see Raul Mez at 21st, Curtis Max 22nd, followed by Shane Trotter, Keith Haney, Adam Lighty, Josh Clemens, Jeff Mert, David Davis, Jonathan Woodward, and Cody Knott was your race director. And we will get all the guys lined up, get ready to go here, and we'll bring them to you right after this break from Rockingham with Steve Barnett, your winner. We'll be right back to talk to him.
Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, they proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantle, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library, we can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book today. Florida Cabinet
Well,
Distributors.
for the broadcast room, I need to do a sponsor read thing. That would be nice.
Well, it's just your own is really that's the most important thing because we thank all the network sponsors. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I'm going to commercial break. I'm going to do
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Back here at Rockingham, and we are proud to bring in tonight's winner, Mr. Steve Barnett, the Hillbilly, the Michigan man. Says he's not used to putting the W's on the board unless in Michigan, but great strategy call, Steve. We saw these cars a little more of a handful than I kind of expected a little bit tonight, but take us through your race. We saw you pound the wall a couple times, fix a little damage, and great strategy at the end. Just let us know how you got it done, bud.
I hit the wall. I hit every part of the wall, turns 1, 2, 3, and 4. I knocked my wheel out of line. I actually didn't even fix all the damage. It was kind of still messed up. And I went from the front to the back. Then I kept telling the guys I didn't have it. I'm like, I can't drive this thing. I don't know what's happening. And then I think it was that last caution we got. I decided I was just going to take my last set of tires because them guys stayed out and just was easy on them and just drove it right through the field and took off.
Well, to me, it was a ballsy call for sure. I mean, we had seemed about like every 30 to 35 laps, somebody would lose the tires, and that was our longest run of the night, I believe. So it's just a great call. I mean, you would have been a sitting duck probably if we got that yellow, but a tremendous race, dude. That's all I can say. And yeah, I mean, you summed it all up. So give us your sponsors and your shout outs and all that good stuff, because it's good to see you for the second time this year up on the podium.
Yeah, just give a shout out to all the Bandits guys helping me, during practice, giving each other tips. It pays off in the end. And my main sponsor, Hillbilly Custom Baits. If guys like fish and lures, I'm your guy. Everybody at Nazareth that puts this on, and Cody for starting this league. I'm actually enjoying the ARCA car, and if he makes another one, I'll probably come back.
Dean, any questions for the winner?
No, mate. Once again, I think it came down to strategy. You're up 3 positions, so you still put yourself in a good top 10 qualifying position. Drove the absolute pants off the machine, avoided all the incidents that were occurring a little bit earlier there by running at the front there. And as you said, yeah, I mean, I think you're not the only driver that scraped a bit of that 42 Hillbilly paint onto the fence there, but whatever it was, mate, it was enough for you to bring this car home. And the pace you had towards the end, I don't think anybody was going to chase you down.
Yeah, I was really, I just wanted to see that white flag. If it would have been a caution, I would have been left in the dust, that's for sure.
All right, everybody, there is your winner tonight, the Hillbilly Steve Barnett, Brighton, Michigan's man. He brings it home in the middle of North Carolina, and we'll see you in Victory Lane, my friend.
Yep, see you guys.
That was Steve Barnett, driver of the 42, and now to the man who was up 19 positions, seemed to have a shot maybe for the win, maybe, the tire strategy got him a little bit, but Jeremiah Holt, fantastic drive, man. Able to stay away from some chaos tonight, finally get the car where it needed to be. Take us through your race, bud.
Had a good race. Managed tires every run except for the last run, the one that counted. I don't know. I set my fastest lap of the race at lap 50 on the previous tire run. I felt like I was good. That's the reason I didn't take tires on that last stop, and it was just a bad decision. Overdrove the last few laps. I thought I got really lucky to even come out second with Mark and Steve both on new tires, but a good race overall.
Yeah, we saw that battle with you and Peyton Johnson there. Do you think, we saw him slide a little bit. You had a little slide. Did that just add a little too much heat right there?
I was actually really good up until that point, and I got too much heat after we made contact. It was kind of over after that. I hate we got together, but I just went back and watched the replay. We just kind of came together in the middle of the stretch. I don't think it was intentional on anybody. We were just tough racing,
Dean?
Well, I was going to say, you can't hold the bolt, can you? Because when you bolt out of the gate, my friend, 19 positions gained. Jemiah, you were one of the quickest drivers definitely here tonight there. Of course, the strategy, as you didn't really predict, as you said, like you had the pace, and I saw your name highlighting on our little fastest lap graphic there, so you had the pace there, but I guess the tires just fell off the cliff there a little bit towards the end there, and you couldn't quite keep the pace. But, mate, you'd have to be pretty happy up 19 positions and get yourself a podium here tonight.
Oh, yeah. It's a great race. I really enjoyed it.
Jeremiah, give us your shout outs. By the way, this is a 1, 2, 3 for Bandits Motorsports. Is that what I'm saying? I mean, that's a great race, but give your shout outs and let us know who makes this possible for you, Bear.
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody with Bandits Motorsports. Everybody with Splash Auto Spa, and everybody that works hard with Nazareth to put all this together.
All right, there is your second place finisher, Jeremiah Holt. That's going to bring us to Mr. Mark Cofield on the podium tonight. Usually we see Jonathan. He was fast, but a little bit of damage. So we're going to bring in Mark right here. And Mark, we saw a couple of spins. We saw a little bit of everything. Saw some strategy. Give us your take of what went on out there on the track tonight.
Yeah, it was a pretty handful night. That's definitely sure. Qualified really good, and the outside would really get a big run on fresh tires or really at every restart, and you just couldn't. So you'd wind up losing a couple of spots on a restart, and then I flipped the stage. We had that caution right before 100, and I went in and took tires and fuel, and then just kind of slow poked around the track to not hurt my tires, and got back up there in the front, and we just kind of rode there, trying not to get in trouble. And then I know that one time Cherry got in the wall and everybody checked up, and I got hit from behind and knocked down through the grass, but didn't have any damage on the car. Got into one of our teammates, Jeffrey Johnson. He had a big run off a corner. I didn't realize he had that big of a run, and kind of squeezed him up into the wall, but hate that for him. But all in all, it was a good night. Really glad to see Bandits with a podium 1, 2, 3 finish. Hate the other guys had issues tonight, but really proud of the three of us that was here.
I enjoyed watching you come through the pack a couple times. Now, I'm going to ask you one thing here because I didn't quite catch it on the monitor at the time. You were about on the inside of Jeremiah. He kind of pushed up into the wall. Were you loose before that, or was that just evasive action and got you loose, got your tires heated up there right on that final run?
Yeah, we was all in Discord together, and he said, I'm pushing up. He said, I hit the wall, and so I snatched down to make sure I didn't hit him because, trying to keep all of us in the podium. So it wasn't really, to me, that important to truly get by him.
Right.
Once all that happened, and it got my right rear so hot. I tried to let it cool off, but then I was like, I ain't going to worry about it. As long as the three of us is on the podium, we're good.
Yeah, it was a fantastic run. Dean, you got any questions from Mr. Cofield?
Well, it's good. It's good to see another Cofield name up getting a podium in a race. That's not the other Cofield who didn't, unfortunately. Cofield, the other Jonathan Cofield, tried to fight his way back up to the field there, but ended up having to finish in P17 with just unlucky. But Mark, yeah, when's it going to be your first race win, my friend? Is it?
I'm probably still a little ways away from that. I'm still trying to learn to race with these guys. They're really fast, and there's certain tracks I can do good at and certain tracks I can't. We'll just have to wait and see how it comes.
All right, Mark, give your shout outs. It's your podium opportunity here. Let us know who makes it work for you and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I want to thank y'all for putting on an awesome broadcast. Thank Cody and all the sponsors with Nazra. Thank all the guys at Bandits Motorsports. Such an awesome team to race with. Everybody's helping one another to get faster and do better. And thanks Sim Shop. They have all the Sim Magic and Moses stuff if you want to get a new rig.
All right, everybody. There's your third place podium finisher, Mark Cofield. And Mark, have a great evening, my man. Great run.
All right, thank y'all guys. Y'all have a good night.
Yes, sir. Dean, What is our take of this race, buddy? I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, like I said, mostly what we saw was a little bit of self-spin, a little harder to control than we thought. But overall, battles throughout the field, comers, goers, accidents. It was quite a race.
It was absolutely fan. And Keith Haney, got a shout out to him. He was doing a solid job there. We not quite sure 100% what happened there. It might have been some sort of technical issue or something because he just blinked and then he banged it into the fence. So I think he might have been possibly one of the drivers that are up here talking to us, but the Bandit Motorsports team were the ones that were ultimately came up here. Peyton Johnson, a solid job there. Robert Richardson as well too. You didn't see too much. He's in the P5th position, but he was a big hard charger there, 13 positions gain. Cherry's always there. Give it to Mark Morton as well. I mean, how many times was he in the wars and he just fought his way back up and got himself in that P8 position there, but with Corey Miller and Jeffrey Johnson running out your top 10. Absolutely, my friend. And of course, it ain't over yet because we're just halfway through the season, and we've got lots more fantastic racing entertainment coming up here for the 2026 NASRA ARCA Series schedule, as you can see.
Absolutely. We're going to be in my neck of the woods next week at Gateway, just a little bit south of my location. So get ready to do a little shifting, a little hard racing, one banked corner, one flat corner. It's going to be quite a show. But for now, for Dean Hopton, Biggles in the booth, doing the best job in the business, I'm Mike McKinnon. We are going to say good night from Rockingham, and congratulations to Steve Barnett, win number 2 this year. And in closing, I'll just say, keep it green, keep it clean, and we'll see you around the corner.